Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fortnite list. The most recent one I did, ranking epic skins from worst to best, after I did the legendary skins from worst to best, did seem to divide opinion, to say the least. Some people agreed, liked the video, some people disagreed, disliked the video. Now, to prevent this division of opinion from splitting, I feel like it's mainly because of the ones I put down low. Now, I don't like shitting on Fortnite skins. They're all unique in their own way, and people like them for different reasons. You know what I mean? So instead, I have opted to do a back bling list, but we are not going to be ranking the legendaries and the epics from worst to best. I am just going to be doing my personal top 15 back blings. And I've spoken to a couple of people about this, and they heavily disagreed with both of my skin lists, but they only had 2 problems with this list, which I'm happy about. So without any further ado, this is just an opinion. Please just bear that in mind when we get to the top 3, because you will probably riot then. But without any further ado, let's just get straight into the number 15 slot. Now, coming in at number 15, we've got the Battle Shroud. Now, this is the Omen's back bling. If I've got the name wrong, I apologize, but I mean the Omen's back bling, and the picture will say that. So the Omen's back bling, for me, the reason this is not higher up but not lower down is because this was like the first cape to come out. The Ventura and the Venturion was sort of like before the Omen, but they had their capes added, and I feel like the Battle Shroud, that really cool, slick looking greyish blue, leathery cape, I feel like that works with so many skins. It just looks so badass. And the Omen skin that it comes with is obviously a bonus as well, but this isn't about skins, this is about back blings. I personally just really like the Battle Shroud. It's a dark, it's a cool, it's kind of funky, and it's sort of like the OG cape, like the first cape that we truly like got to use as a back bling. So for that, it gets my number 15 spot. Then coming swiftly in 14th is the Rex's back bling scaling. Now, a lot of people do hype this up, but I personally am not a huge fan of it, but I still think it's a really cool concept. I like, you know, the tail, the legs, the spine, sort of other little bits going down the spine of the backpack. I think it's a really cool backpack, but considering what I put above it, I just couldn't justify putting this any higher than 14th. But Scaly from the Rex is my number 14 slot. So coming in at 13th is the Battle Pass Season 5 Pool Party. I just like this because it's a very jokey, light-hearted back blings. They're the ones that I really tend to prefer. This goes really well with Zoe, it goes really well with Bright Bomber, Bright Gunner, anything that's sort of like a lighter, more colourful kind of skin. It works really well with, and I really prefer the kind of like jokey, light-hearted skins. It goes really well with the Rabbit Raider and the Bunny Brawler, which one of which I actually bought last night when the skins came out, because it was number 3 on my epic list. But the Pool Party for me is just a very jokey, very cool skin, and that's why for me it gets my number 13 place. Now coming in at number 12 is the second of 2. Of course, it'll be second of 2. It's the second of the astronauts. One of them is going to be a little bit higher up, just a hint. The second of the astronaut backpacks, and it's the Dark Void. Now, this comes with the Dark Vanguard, a skin that I'm not that much of a fan of, but the back bling is what I would have bought this skin for. I'm not going to buy this skin at all, but this is what I would buy it for, because I love the Dark Voyager back bling, and this kind of just adds a little bit more color, as well as the little purple orb on the back. I think it's really cool. It's kind of like you took the Dark Matter back bling and the Ominous Orb and kind of smash them together, and this would be the result because of the little purple orb. I feel like it doesn't really go well with that many skins because of the orange, obviously, like clashes with other colors and whatnot. So you have to have a very specific, very, you know, sort of distinct skin to be able to have this on. But it's a really awesome back bling nonetheless, and that's why the Dark Void gets my number 12 slot. Now, just missing out on the top 10 in 11th place is the Triceratops' Hatchling. Again, I really just like this back bling because of the fact that it's jokey, it's light-hearted, it's kind of humorous that you're carrying this little tiny dinosaur on your back while going into battle. I just think it's a really funny back bling. I don't personally own it. I've hesitated and thought about buying Triceratops like 6 or 7 times, but I just cannot bring myself to do it. But Hatchling for me is just a very cool, jokey back bling. It goes well with a lot of stuff because there are a lot of skins that are like black or red in the thingies in the sort of game. So Hatchling goes really well with quite a lot of stuff. and that's why it gets my number 11 slot. Now, just breaking into the top 10, and a very, very late bloomer for me, a very late decision that I had this in. It's the new one that comes with the Maverick skin, Bat Attitude. Now, you might be thinking this is a very boring backbling, this is very stupid and simple, but I put this 10th for good reason, because when the rock girl or rock chick, I can't remember what her name was, I think it was Power Chord, came out, everyone said the same thing about the 6-string back bling. I keep saying black bling, back bling. And then the 6-string back bling, the pink guitar, turned out to be a thing of legend. It's now like a rare back bling, Jesus Christ, that everybody really kind of wants but doesn't want to buy the Power Chord. Now for me, I think this is going to turn into one of them back blings, because it's got the baseball bat with the nails in. It just looks really, really cool. And because of the fact that the skin is like a bomber jacket with jeans, you know, it kind of looks like, this is obviously, the Joe came up with this, I will not take credit for this at all. It does look like Ryan Reynolds' character from Drive, but for me, I think this is inspired by Steve Harrington from Stranger Things, because it's obviously the nailed bat, the bomber jacket, kind of got that, kind of like a little bit of an 80s vibe going on there. But for me, the Bat Attitude is just an awesome back bling, because the backpack, the little like black box thing, is a very, very simple back bling, and the bat just turns it into something that is so unbelievably cool. It goes with so much stuff, it goes with wrapped up really, really well, which is obviously one of, if not my favorite skin of all time. So it's a really, really universal back bling, and that's why for me it just scrapes into the top 10. Now at 9th, speaking of Raptor, it is in fact the Raptor Satchel. Now I have to give this a spot on the list, but I didn't really want to put it any higher, nor did I want to put it any lower, because this was sort of like the OG back bling. Now, it wasn't actually the first back bling, because it came like properly attached to the Raptor, but this was the first time that there was a character with a backpack, and for everyone to sort of watch that sort of unfold was like a new LTM that was groundbreaking coming out. Like back then when that simple thing came out, everyone lost their shit, including myself. That's why I bought him. But now obviously, you know, people can't back blings every time. People are like, oh, you know, I don't really like that, blah blah blah. But because we've never seen anything like this, it was that sheer amount of holy crap, this is insane kind of element to it that makes it so legendary. And that's why it gets my number 9 spot. So in 8th place as well, we have the Ominous Orb, something I mentioned very briefly earlier, from the Fate skin. Now, I don't really know why I like this, because it looks kind of weird and I don't like the look of it. But just the whole like glass marbly ball on the back is like a big selling point for me. I love the sort of like mystical fantasy side of it. I really, really enjoy that. Like I play a lot of games like The Witcher and Skyrim, so to see something like this, kind of like magic-y and, you know, sort of, you know, kind of medieval sort of magic and stuff like that, break its way into such a popular game like Fortnite, was really, really cool for me to see. Obviously, like, she's meant to be like this ninja-y kind of sort of knight, I guess you could say, like a ninja-y sort of assassin, so to speak. So this back bling for me was a really, really cool one. I didn't end up buying the skin. It's one I wanted to buy, but never did, because I just didn't like the character model in the end. But the Ominous Orb, nonetheless, is a fantastic back bling, and that's why it comes in at number 8. Now, number 7, this is where we get a little bit controversial, because I've given it to the Red Knight Shield. Now, you have to hear me out here, because when you hear what's above this, it's kind of hard to argue that this could be any higher, in my opinion at least. The Red Knight Shield, the skin it came with had a reputation that was so sought after for so long. And now they re-released the Red Knight, the reputation is gone, the place she comes from, Anarchy Acres, is gone. It's kind of like they've just shit on the Red Knight, and the shield has taken its toll, and that's why it's a little bit lower down, because the reputation's not there anymore. You know, the sort of level of holy crap, it's a Red Knight isn't there anymore. So for me, it just kind of goes down a little bit, but it's still a awesome back bling, don't get me wrong. It's one of the 2 best shields in the game, I will definitely say that, but you will see the other one in a little while. But it's definitely a really, really cool back bling, and I'm a little bit jealous of everyone who has it, but I also feel sorry for them because of the fact that, you know, Epic have completely shit on the fact that the reputation was so highly sought after, and now it's kind of disintegrated into nothing. Now, coming in at 6th is a kind of another controversial one, because a lot of people put this really, really high. It's the Cuddle Bow. Now again, for me, this is just a really funny, jokey one, like a running around into war and battle with this bow on your back, like a little leathery bow tie. I think it's hilarious. The only thing that lets it down for me is the Cuddle Team Leader that comes with it, because I never liked the skin. If this came with something else, I would be so down for it. But the Cuddle Bow is a very cool, very funky, sort of jokey skin. It goes really, really well with the new Save the World skin. Rose Team Leader, Joe runs that quite a lot. It's the Rose Team Leader with the Cuddle Bow. Absolutely awesome combination. It looks so good. Two of the rarest things in the game now people can use. It's a really, really nice combination, and it just sits pretty in sixth because it's something that I sort of want but don't want at the same time. It's a really cool back bling, and yeah, that's why it gets my number 6 spot. Now again, something we briefly mentioned earlier, number 5 is the 6 string. I feel like the pink guitar is a thing of legend in today's day and age. Like, people don't understand how much fear I feel when I see a pink guitar, because it's such a rare skin, it's such a cool skin, and the back bling that goes with it is just unfathomably wicked. Like, it's a pink guitar, and that's enough said. It's a guitar, like an electric guitar, that is just cool. In general, guitars are cool, and it's bright pink, which is just shouting, I'm an arrogant piece of shit, shoot me in the face. You put them two together and you've got like the most badass piece of back bling on the we haven't, because it's in 5th. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why 6 string sits in 5th for me, because it's just an awesome back bling. It's super jokey, it's super fun, and I just really, really like the look of it. Now, talking about the second of the astronaut back blings, which I spoke about earlier, is the Dark Matter. I love this back bling. I cannot tell you guys enough. It's black. It goes with literally any skin, because black goes with anything. Don't at me there. That's what my mum told me when I was growing up and was trying to be fashionable, so that counts. It's kind of, so it fits everything as well. Like, the shape of it is very easy to fit onto the back of anything. It fits like a universal amount of characters. The little cool little sort of diagram thingy on the back that's constantly moving around, like with like a little heart rate, is awesome. It's just an awesome piece of back bling, and it pairs up with Dark Voyager, which is one of my favorite skins, so it's a super awesome combination there when you put the two together. But Dark Matter for me, it's just a universally badass skin. I just really, really do like the skin, or the back bling, sorry. Now, number 3. This is going to stir people up a little bit, because a lot of people put this at the top of their lists, but for me, it's in 3rd place, and it is the Love Wings. The Love Wings are, like I said, they're things of legend in today's day and age. If you were playing Season 3 and you saw a John Wick with wings, there was this sheer sense of panic that channeled through everyone's body that I can only really compare to being in like a plane crash, right? It literally, like, you just couldn't deal with it. I would literally see someone with wings, or a John Wick with wings in Season 2, and I would just think, you know, I should back out of the game because I don't want to get humiliated. I should just leave. You know, I should just go. I should just dip. And that's why the Love Wings has such a reputation now, because back then it was cemented as this meme with John Wick with wings, and it was like this thing of legend. You should be terrified of it, and that reputation has carried throughout the whole of the seasons, and that's why Love Wings is such a desired back bling. Now, they did come out, they did re-release the Love Ranger a little while back, but I'm surprised by how little people bought it. I barely see anyone with wings, and they are literally the most feared back bling in the whole, oh my god, there was a bang that made me jump, you guys just saw that. In the whole of Fortnite, they're so scary to come across and whatnot. It's just so awesome, and that's why I get my number 3 spot. But coming in at number 2 and just missing out on the top space is the OG. Something that you cannot buy in the game, and it is the Black Knight Shield. You had to get level 70 or tier 70 in Season 2 to unlock this back bling. So little people have this compared to like the player base now, that it is genuinely one of the rarest back blings in the game. I am honoured to say that I own this back bling, and it is awesome to say that, because when I put that back bling on and I'm playing a game, there is such a sense of pride and such a sense of, I am an OG, I am an original player of this game, I have the original back bling, the Black Knight back bling. You just feel so unbelievably special and unique, and you feel like a legend. You feel like you are playing as a myth. Like, people fantasize about owning the Black Knight shield. So when you run around with it on your back, it's literally like you are the thing that people fantasize about. You are the legend that they fear when they run around Tilted Towers. Do you know what I mean? And that's why it has such a high place in my list, because it's got a strong place in my heart. It's got a very, very cool look to it. It's a shield, for Christ's sake. Who doesn't like shields? And like I said, I love games like The Witcher and Skyrim, so a medieval shield for me is just instant ticking boxes. I love this back bling, but it does miss out on the top spot, and we're about to find out what that is. So the number one back bling, in my opinion, in the game is a back bling that eluded people for so long. They saw it in games but never knew how you got it. It was the rarest thing. No one knew where you could get it, how to get it. No one even knew what it was. And that is because I'm talking about the Bright Bag. This thing is a thing of legend. People fantasized about this for months because there was a theory doing the rounds that only Epic employees could get this back bling, or like you had to do a special set of online like secret missions to do this, and you had to earn it top secretly, and it was all a load of bollocks in the end. But because people had seen this, when it finally dropped with the Bright Gunner, everyone was like, oh my god, it's finally here. And it was just cemented in Fortnite history as one of the most legendary back blings and sought after back blings to own. It's only a purple as well, so it's a 1500 skin, not 2000, which makes it a little bit more desirable than the rest in my opinion. It goes well with the bunnies, it goes well with the gingerbread people, with Zoe, with anyone that's brightly coloured or kind of funky looking. It goes well with it. It's literally just a glorified pink lunchbox, and for that, it gets my number one spot on the top 15 back blings of all time. But there you go, guys. That is my list. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe just down below. It is free after all, and you'd be doing me a huge favor, and I really appreciate it. And of course, I just want to say this one more time, if you haven't made it all the way to the end, this is just an opinion. Please do not hate on me. If you disagree with any of these, just let me know in the comments, because I love communicating with you guys and hearing what you guys think, honestly. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching another one of my overly drawn out videos is what I was going for there, because we're sitting at 19 minutes roughly. That's pre-edit though. So I will see you guys soon with a brand spanking new video. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.